Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Hey, I want to do a quick comparison, just an overview comparison between the 2021 Toyota Sienna, an all-new redesign, and I'll compare that to the 2020 Sienna, which is a body style that's been around for a number of years, and some believed that it was ready for a refresh. Now, I took the XLE trim, which both of these are, and then I chose the blue color just to try to keep them comparable. The 2021, the blue is a Parisian blue, so more of a blue-gray, if you will, as opposed to the 2021, and that's the blueprint, which has become a very popular color for the Toyota products. Now, as I stand back here, right away you can see these are not the same style vehicles. Now the 2020 on the left, that if you take a look at the nose, the front end, you can see that one comes down quite sharply down to the front bumper, where the 2021 obviously goes straight out and then drops almost straight off the front. So definitely a big difference in the front end styling of these two minivans. Now the 2021 great selling vehicle, the 2021 was a great selling vehicle. This might be our very last new one we'll get, and then the 2021 we expect great things out of it as well. But take a look at the headlight setup on these two vehicles. Much different look on the headlights. These are more of a rigid, sharp cut to these headlights, and they've got this piece of chrome trim going up all the way around. And then, as I said, the front of the vehicle just drops straight off almost. Does have this large bulge out the front with the Toyota badging. Notice that the badging has the blue highlight, and that's because for 2021 they only make the Sienna in a hybrid, where for 2020 they only made it in the 3.5 V6. So big difference up in terms of the performance and the fuel economy between the two of them. Some people have said the performance isn't great out of the new engine, but they love the 36 miles per gallon combined city and highway. And the 3.5 liter engine, of course, a great performance engine. Now take a look at the fog lights down on the lower bumper. These are a round fog light, and those are halogen fog lights. But on the XLE for 2021, they're a rectangular style, and those are LED headlights. Notice there's a lower air dam on the bumper here up front as well, with more chrome trim. So definitely more chrome and a lower profile look to the lower bumper between the two of these. Now both of them in the XLE trim do ride on a 17-inch wheel, cast aluminum wheel. These are painted kind of a gunmetal gray, and those are a little bit different profile of a tire. So the idea is these will give you perhaps a little bit smoother ride because there's a little bit more rubber between the wheel and the road. Those are a 65 series 17-inch tire. And then these ones over here, same size diameter in a 17-inch, but those are a 60 series, so they're a little bit lower profile wheel. And this is a multi-spoke wheel, kind of a brushed aluminum effect with gunmetal gray paint on the inside of the wheel. So just a different style. Which one do you like best in terms of the wheel and the front end styling? If you like the 2020 better, you might want to consider making a move soon. Now the 2020 looks a little bit taller than the 2021, and that's because of the luggage rack up on top was standard on the 2020, and it is optional on the 2021. So a little bit different style. The body lines, of course, are completely different. Take a look at the body lines on this 2021. Really bold, drops off on the back quite sharply, and then has kind of these teardropped rear lenses with LED lights all the way around. Still have that rear spoiler up on top, and on the 2021, the shark fin antenna is that matte finish gray. Chrome door handles, folding breakaway mirrors on both of them, colored to match. Chrome door handles here as well. Of course, tinted windows on the back windows for both of them. So that's a quick look at the side view comparing the 2021 Sienna to the 2020 Sienna. Let's go ahead and flip them around and we'll take a look at the front ends and compare that. Okay, so on the left is the 20 and on the right here is the 2021. Give you just a second here to take it in, if you will. So one of the things that stands out quite a bit is the difference between those grills up front. So on the 2021, notice the grill is a little bit higher and it's a matte finish on the grill with a secondary grill way down on the bottom with that mesh screen. And there's your fog lights with the chrome trim down on the bottom. Notice the matte black finish right here with the Toyota badging, and then the chrome, as I pointed out earlier, up over the headlights. Now the light package on the 2021 is all LED. So you can see we've got LED indicators, LED headlights, LED driving lights, and LED fog lights. And then as we turn to the 2020, the headlights are taller, that is. They look a little bit beefier than they do on the 2021, much narrower on the 2021. But the headlight package on the 2020, these are all halogen bulbs, projector style headlights with halogen light bulbs and halogen fog lights. And then the lower grille is painted kind of a metallic gray, and then it does have an upper grille there with some chrome woven in there and some more of that gray metallic paint. So you've got a smaller upper grille and a large lower grille on the 2020, where on the 2021 you've got a large center grille and then the lower grille. So definitely a difference in styling between the two of them. And then of course the headlights and the LED lighting package is pretty nice on the 2021. The 2021 does look wider, and that's because it is. And it also looks heavier, and that's because the hood, as you can see, comes out much taller versus the 2021, or I'm sorry, the 2020, this blue one, the first one here. You can see that hood really drops down pretty quickly. So it seems to me like as though it looks like there's more vehicle out in front of you on the 2021. I think it's an optical illusion. They're actually about the same height because Toyota raised the 2021 up in terms of the headroom inside, raised it up by, I think it's about an inch, but then they lowered the vehicle by about an inch. So they actually look about the same, but the 2021 has a longer wheelbase and more interior space because of the dimensions that they changed. Let's go ahead and flip it around to the back and take a look at the tail end. Oh, stop. Okay, on the left, the 2020. On the right, the 2021. Other than the color, I wanted to point out some of the big differences. Take a look at the lower bumpers on here. So 2021 has that composite plastic gray matte finish on the bumper, as opposed to the 2020 where the rear bumper is painted colored to match. So I think that's a pretty significant difference in the styling. The matte finish looks good with the black highlights, but it's definitely a different look. The taillights, similar to the headlights, the left on the 20, kind of a higher profile headlight, or taillight, I'm sorry, and then a lower profile taillight here on the 2021. And then those headlights, or those taillights, I'm sorry, I keep saying headlights, taillights wrap around the corner, and they're slim around the corner with black finish on the top here, where those are your traditional clear lens white with the red. So they both wrap around to the side, but I would say the 20 has a thicker lens, if you will, for the taillights. Also, those body lines between the two of them, notice how this is more of a smooth side where this is more rigid. You can see this really jets out here and then it comes in. Don't know if you can see that on the video, but definitely a sportier look, if you could say such a thing about a minivan. The rear window, notice on the 20 the rear window comes down much further and it's much higher over here on the 21. Of course, we do have the Highland or the hybrid badging. Sienna is matte black finish, but then the badging down here is all in chrome, and of course with the hybrid there. And there's a bit of an integrated spoiler across the back of here, where on this one here there's no, on the 20 there's no spoiler, so you can see it kind of comes off and curves off, where this is more of a sharp drop in the back. They both have rear spoilers. This one sits up a little bit higher, third brake light's under here, where on this one it comes out a little bit further. The glass is tucked underneath and the third brake light's up there. But the 20 does have a color to match antenna, where the 21 it's that matte black finish. Also, there's no like step up bumper on the back side of the 21, where the 2020 kind of has a place you can step up, which could be helpful for loading and unloading the roof rack, but it also gives you a place when you pop the gate here, if you need to sit on the tailgate to switch out your shoes or your boots. You don't have nearly as much going on over here. Right, so it's not as much of a place to be able to sit down if you do need to sit down to swap out your shoes or what have you. They both have power lift gates on there. The 2021 has the kick sensor, so you can open it with your foot. But you can see both of them open up really big and wide. And this is not an interior review, but I did want you to know that the way the seats work in the back are very similar, but the 2021 has a smaller profile on your headrest, so that might give you a little bit more visibility out the back. So that's a real quick look at the rear end, or the tail end, of these two 2021 on the right and the 2020 on the left. Yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. This is Tony at Smart Toyota in Madison. Hey, thanks a bunch for watching.